Well, guys, that's me back at Gatwick Airport now. So, it's been one hell of a day, actually. I haven't done as much filming as I would have liked to have done, if I'm honest. Mainly because, there's a lot of things I wanted to do, which I didn't get done. And unfortunately, since I've been travelling, I haven't had one good night's sleep in a hotel. I've stayed in 4 different hotels, and I haven't slept a good night's sleep in any of them, really. Last night was the worst. I stayed in the Premier Inn in Sevenoaks in Kent, and I was so tired when I got there, and I was really looking forward to a good night's sleep. And the bed was comfortable and everything like that, and the room was nice, so I thought, yeah, tonight is going to be the night. But it wasn't to be. I went to sleep, and I was woken up at 4 a.m. with flashing lights going on over my bed, like strobe lights, and an alarm. And it took me, when you're asleep, you're just not with it when you wake up. And it literally took me a few minutes to kind of think what the flashing was. And I thought, am I dreaming? Is this real? And it was the fire alarm for the building. So that was 4 o'clock in the morning. Everyone had to evacuate the building and stand outside. Now, obviously if that's a real emergency, if it's a fire or whatever, fair enough. But I actually asked one of the members of staff, obviously, what's going on. And they told me that this happens very often. It's a regular thing. Because of the way that they've designed the rooms, the heat sensor or the smoke alarm or whatever it might be is positioned right outside the bathroom door, which is stupid. So basically, if anyone has a hot shower in the bathroom and leaves the door open, or opens the door and leaves it for a considerable amount of time after a shower, the steam comes out and sets the building's fire alarm off. So I was really annoyed when she said it's a regular thing that happens, and I was like, well, do you not think it might be a good idea to get those sensors repositioned instead of it being outside the bathroom door? Do you not think that would be a wise choice? Or maybe that's just intelligence speaking, I don't know. So yeah, 4 a.m. that happened. Now, also, you don't have to check out of these rooms in the Premier Inn until 12 o'clock, midday. So I thought, you know what, fine, I've been woke up at 4, I'll just get up a little bit later. I'll set my alarm for like 11, half 11, and just go out and get some breakfast, brunch, later. Oh no, not possible. Even when you put the do not disturb sign on your door at the Premier Inn in Sevenoaks, it seems the housekeepers can't read. They're banging on everyone's door at 10 o'clock in the morning. And I just could not believe it. I complained, and the management apologised to me and all the rest of it. They don't care. Big chains like that, big Premier Inns across the country, they don't care. It'll be interesting because, funnily enough, I'm actually staying in another Premier Inn tonight, next to the airport. So, and this one's a much bigger hotel, which worries me a little bit. I don't know whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, but it's a very busy hotel. So we'll see. But I'll be honest with you, I wouldn't stay in another Premier Inn. Again, it's completely put me off. Because since I've been travelling recently, just this week, this will be the third Premier Inn I've stayed in. Just in the last couple of days. And none of them have been very good, to be honest with you. So I don't think I would stay in one again. Just on principle. Because I get the feeling they don't really care. So, yeah, I'm at Gatwick Airport. I've checked into my hotel, dropped my stuff off. I'm now in the process of dropping my car off at the rental place. I don't actually have to drop it off until 9 p.m. But I'm already here. I'm at the airport. I'm tired. I want to try and get an early night because I've got to be at the airport at like 6:30 in the morning. So, yeah. Tomorrow's going to be difficult. And my dad's been on the phone complaining about 10 times about my dog. I've got a little puppy. And I've only recently just got him. And I was very worried. I already had this trip booked before I got the dog. I guess I didn't really think it through. I assumed that I could get someone just to look after him. You know, pay some pet sitting service or whatever. But actually it was very difficult to get someone. You know, I contacted 2 companies and was like, you know, I'll pay you, basically, just need someone to look after the dog. And neither of them were very interested. It seems like they don't want to make any money. So yeah, I mentioned it to my dad, and he seemed very happy to look after the dog at the time, which surprised me, because I knew it would be hard work, because it is hard work looking after a puppy, you know. But Jesus, he's been on the phone to me 3 times a day, basically complaining. And so when I fly tomorrow, I'm flying back to the Isle of Man tomorrow, I've got to go straight to pick the dog up, which isn't really what you want when you've been travelling. It would be nice to have a couple of hours rest before I had to go and pick the dog up, but don't get me wrong, I appreciate him looking after the dog, but sometimes I think it's easier if you can just pay a professional service to do it, because they're not going to complain because you're paying them. So yeah, I guess this is pretty much end of my trip, although I will do another video tomorrow of my journey back. Don't expect that'll be very exciting though. Yeah, a little bit frustrated though, I suppose, because there was a lot of other places I wanted to visit, and I planned on filming a lot more. I planned on seeing a lot of different places and including that in my videos and stuff like that. But you know, I've just been so shattered and tired because I've not been sleeping in any of these crap hotels. And they're not cheap. You know, they certainly weren't the cheapest hotels. I could have got cheaper. I mean, in Brighton, I stayed in Jury's Inn on the seafront, You know, that's quite a nice hotel. It's quite expensive. And on face value, it looks nice. When you walk in there, it looks nice. It's got a spa, you know, swimming pool and sauna and all that stuff. You know, it certainly looks a lot better than some of the other hotels. But to be honest with you, when I got to the room and I looked more closely at the room, a lot of these hotels, if you look closely, and I do look closely because I'm fussy, but you know, I've worked in hotels as well, so I kind of expect... This is the problem. Anyone who's worked in hospitality, anyone who's worked in hotels, restaurants, bars, when you go into any of those places, you kind of expect it to be to the same standard that you would clean it, because you've done that job. So yeah, getting back to the Jury's Inn in Brighton seafront, I was really kind of disappointed because in the room they'd put like a mattress protector on the mattress, and then obviously the bed sheet, and then tucked in the actual top sheet, the duvet. Now actually, I'm a little bit of a wriggler when I sleep. I'm a rough sleeper, so I actually kind of pulled the duvet over, and it came out from underneath the mattress. So when I got up in the morning and went to tuck it back under, the mattress protector had just come up on that corner of the mattress, and I could see the actual mattress, and it was really dirty and stained. I don't know what it was. It was either red wine, possibly blood, but I don't think it could be blood because it was a hell of a lot. It was like the whole corner of the mattress was covered. And I felt quite disgusted by it. You know, these hotels make a lot of money. They could get... in fact, I know most of these hotels have replacement mattresses in stock. You know, they usually keep them in-house. So for the money I paid for that hotel, I wasn't impressed. But anyway, that's my little moan. So yeah, I guess I'm delaying the inevitable. I've loved this car. It is a Mercedes GLC, and absolutely beautiful car. In fact, I want to go home and buy one. It's been so comfortable. This car has probably been, it sounds really sad, but this car's probably been the highlight of the trip. As bad as that sounds. But seriously, this car has been a dream to drive. And I've loved every minute of it. And I've just been to fill up the petrol tank, which I didn't need to fill it completely up because I didn't use it all. You know, it's you pick it up full, you drop it off full. But based on what it cost me, I used a quarter of a tank. And it cost me 35... don't know whether you can see that. 35.51. That's for a quarter. So you times that by 4 and then maybe a little bit more for reserve. You know, what's that? 70, 140. So you're looking at 140, maybe 150 quid to fill the tank on this. That's expensive. So yeah, I'm going to end this now. Get this car dropped off. Try and clean it inside first, make sure I've not left any bits in it. And go and get something to eat probably in the hotel. And a shower and chill out. Try and get an early night. And then I'll be on the flight in the morning back to the Isle of Man. And for anyone who's been watching these videos, I know they're not that professional. I don't have a professional kit. I the places I've been to, I don't have very good internet. I'm not an expert editor either. So, you know, I really would like to do a hell of a lot more good videos in the future. And I plan to. So, genuinely, for everyone that has watched my videos, I really, really appreciate it. You know, I know they're not the best videos on YouTube. Like some of the people that put them on YouTube, you know, they put a lot of effort into it. But, you know, I think I just keep mine raw and just honest. And if I see something or do something that I think that, you know, could be interesting to other people, I film it. And I know you can't please everyone. Some people won't like it, some people will. But you know, all I do is film it and put it on YouTube, and if you like it, that's great, and I really do appreciate it. So I've actually got a little bit of editing to do tonight and uploading, including this one. And I did film. If you've got to this part, by the way, it means you've already watched quite a lot, because I filmed a lot today. And I know there'll be people that cut off and got bored of some of it, because, to be honest with you, even when I was filming some of it in Seven Oaks, some of the volunteers at the Knoll House, the historian people, they were so knowledgeable, and I could feel that they wanted to talk to me all day, and they had so much knowledge to tell me about the grounds and the building and the history and the people that have lived there and the heritage, and it really was quite interesting. But I didn't really have all day to be there. You know, I could only really spare a couple of hours. So I filmed probably more than some of you guys will bother watching. I know that, because I probably would have got bored watching it as well. But I was reluctant to stop recording, because I kept thinking to myself, this doesn't 100% interest me personally. Some of it does, but not all of it. But I'm sure there are people out there that it will interest. So I guess I always think about the people who can't go somewhere. You know, there might be a lot of people in a different country who are very interested, that could never dream of coming to this country, you know, for whatever reason. You know, I genuinely know a lot of people in Asia, for example, who couldn't afford to travel to the UK. It's just too expensive for them, and I completely understand that. So, you know, I think about all those things when I'm filming stuff, because you never know who's going to watch it and what their situation is. It could be someone who lives in this country and just is housebound. Maybe they can't get out for whatever reason. You know, maybe they have mobility issues, or could be anything. So, yeah, just to let you know, I do think about all those things when I'm recording. And anyway, I will definitely sign off now. And again, thank you so much for watching all my videos. Thanks, guys.